guys, welcome to Mbinu TV. I'm your host Shiko and we are so excited that you could join us today. Before we proceed, please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also check out our Instagram, that's at Mbinu TV. We would love to hear from you, what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. That's at Mbinu TV. And if you'd love to be featured with us on Mbinu TV, you can always send us a message on Instagram and we would love to interact with you as well as feature you on our channel. And without further ado, let's get started.
Thank you for having me, and it's an honor to be featured in your TV show. And before we continue, my name is Donna, and I'm a certified health and nutrition upcoming personal trainer. And I'm here to pretty much answer all your questions that you guys have been wondering and trying to with relation to health and fitness and health and nutrition. And I hope you guys get to learn from my experience and from my words. And if you have any more questions, you can always comment down below, and let's go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to just for our audience, what is a certified health and nutritionist? Like, what does that look like?
That's a good question. Being a certified health and nutrition, it can mean a lot of things, right? But you have to, for me, I can explain it based on my own perspective and my own criteria of health and nutrition. I can pretty much help you with your diet plan. I can help you with your meal plans. I can help you with your health and nutrition, and outline everything about health, food, fitness. I'm pretty much the best person to ask any questions.
That's great. So for you, what was the turning point for you becoming, an enthusiast for this sort of lifestyle, someone who's very particular about their fitness and their health? How did that start?
I mean, I can pretty much say it all started off from my family.
Okay.
Right. My sister started health and nutrition.
Okay.
She pretty much studied that, and she was pretty much strict with the food we're eating in the house. The amount of sugar we're using, the amount of salt, the amount of oil, and it kind of like transition. The more I'm learning from her, the more we get to kind of like get used to it. And then after my sister, that came along with my mom. And then we are like, okay, we're all in the same household.
Yeah.
We're all gonna like pretty much eat the same food, because it doesn't make sense if you cook two different types of meals in the house, right? So we all like kind of like started off as a family, and it's been the best thing if you started off with people around you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with relation to that journey, I'd like to know when you actually came to Canada. When did you move here?
If I can remember, I would say I can just say how long I've been here for. I've been here for like roughly 11 years counting.
Yeah. So that's around 2011.
2011, 2010, yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. So how has this, your being in Canada, how has that worked as a catalyst for you getting into health and fitness and focusing on that?
I mean, being Canadian and being Kenyan at the same time, those are two different cultures, right? Because I'm coming from a culture where health and nutrition and fitness, it's just something that's not really known out there. We learn from the society, we learn from social media, right? But as a Canadian also, I would say I learned from as well social media, right? But I didn't want to have social media kind of like portray a figure, this is how you're supposed to be. So I just want to kind of like learn from myself and get some ideas and tips from social media.
I see, yeah. So what are some of the things that you like in being in this industry and, health and fitness that you like to kind of share with your clients and the people you work with as well?
That's actually a good question. Based on my knowledge, I can say health and fitness and nutrition, to be specific, it has helped me in different ways. It has helped me with my body. It has helped me how to kind of like know what kind of food my body needs and what kind of food my body does not need. And remember, as girls, we have so many different changes in our body. So at least if you know the health food that you're supposed to eat, it kind of like helps you in so many different ways. And as females, you can relate to it. If you're eating a good food, it will help you in a way that a female is supposed to be helped.
So yeah, right now, like, there's things for sharing, like the things that you found impactful for yourself, but like a lot of people I've seen are realizing that the diet industry has exploited people's fears, and also just in relation to the image. Like, there's a lot of pressure on women, and some of the ways that some of these diets, the fad diets, they're very unsustainable. So what do you think about that?
I would say social media kind of like put a pressure on people, as especially as female, and how we're supposed to look and how we're supposed to be in the future. But with the food, I mean, when it comes to meal plan and health and nutrition, make it something that you can do it yourself. Don't just do it because there's something known as keto diet you want to try. There's something known as so many different meal plan and diet out there that people always try to see if it can work for them. But if you try and you don't really use it for a long term, your body becomes in a shock.
Exactly.
And then that's when you're like, oh, so why am I not losing weight? Why am I not seeing change in my body? And that's why it's good to, if you're starting off with a meal plan, start off as trying to cut off something you feel like it's something that it's your weakness. It's your weakness. And then when you start by doing that, it kind of like helps you start having a good meal plan, and then you can work your way up, and you're gonna be a good, I guess.
Yeah. With relation to you being Kenyan, right? What do you think about the health and fitness industry back home, and also the contrast between that and Canada, and your experiences as well?
I can say, as between the culture with fitness, Kenyan and Canadian, Kenya, we're more into, there's a lot of activities that you can do that you feel like you don't really need to go to the gym to look fit, right? But when it comes to outside the country, which is Canada, where we are, it's just like, here is different in a sense that we're so much indoors. And because we have different seasons, right? And the only thing that can make us pretty much be out there is by going to the gym. And that is why when we say when it comes to fitness, it's so much out there in Canada than Kenya. Yeah.
So there's a okay, I see what you're saying. So what do you feel you wish you knew before getting into being a certified health and nutritionist?
That's a good question. I mean, I would say I wish I had someone to tell me what to do and what not to do.
Okay, so what are some of the mistakes you made when
The mistakes I've made is not being consistent. But again, we're human, right? You gotta start slow, but being consistent that's the hardest part, and that's where a lot of people give up when it comes to health and when it comes to fitness. And I can say, based on my experience, I just pretty much wanted to make it something that I can enjoy, right? Make it something as a lifestyle. And I would say me making health and nutrition and fitness as a lifestyle, it has helped me kind of like keep going and keep pushing and not give up. That's what I can say.
I see what you're saying. And you mentioned giving up. How do you get yourself back up there, with being motivated? Because I find this very challenging. A lot of people who get into this have a more entrepreneurial approach, which is a whole thing in itself. There's branding and there's all that stuff. So how do you get yourself motivated and make sure that you're where you need to be in this?
When it comes to being consistent, I would say it's about, because remember, there's a lot of surroundings around us. We have friends, and not all your friends and your family love doing what you're doing, right? So to me, it's a challenge because I have friends around me, and not all of them. I'm a very strict person when it comes to diet.
Yeah.
And the food they eat is not the food I'm gonna eat, right? So when it comes to like branding out there, it has helped us as health and fitness and nutrition people, in a sense that it helps to keep pushing, knowing that you still have people around you that will support you, in a sense that they will push you, and it kind of like makes you keep pushing and going because you know you're striving to be somewhere and to get to this place. And that's how you try to overcome all the temptations that you have around you, and you just keep going as much as you can.
So you mentioned consistency very often.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and I just wanted to know, let's say, you know, do I need to work out every day, and why is this important, you know? If I because everyone has certain goals they have, but then sometimes people feel like the means is just too difficult.
Right.
So what kind of advice would you give?
The advice I can give, and I'm just gonna say this based on how it has helped me, is just do it because you want to reach somewhere. Don't do it because you're looking at someone and you want to be like that person, right? Do it because you feel like it will help you mentally, physically, emotionally, everything else. Because remember, when it comes to fitness, to me, it has helped me mentally, physically, and there's so many ways people can release the stress. And I will use fitness as something that it has helped me release so many negativities around me. And you can obviously find a way to use it to better yourself, and that's why you can always keep pushing and keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people are thinking this. How do I get a six-pack? How do I, you know, build muscle mass? What are some of the secrets that, you know, a lot of people try and get us to their program, and they're trying to, you know, capitalize on that? What's some of the science that you've picked up with being in a certified nutritionist and fitness enthusiast as well?
I mean, social media, I can say it gives people it literally gives people a picture, in a sense that it's easy to get somewhere, which is not. It's not easy. I'm not trying to discourage you in a sense, but I'm just trying to like let you know that you have to work to get somewhere, right? And to get a six-pack, we all want six-pack, right? But to get a six-pack, it won't just come tomorrow, and then you're just gonna be like, okay, since I have a six-pack, I'm not gonna work out. To get that six-pack, I would say you have to start from your food.
Yeah.
You have to know what kind of food you want to eat, what kind of food you need to eat. Because when you're working out, remember, you're working out by eating a food, in a sense that this food, it will help me in this particular body or in this particular feature in my body. And you just have to know how to eat, right? And when you know how to eat, it will help you know how to work out and prioritize your workout routine. And that way it will help you keep building up and start from not six-pack. You will start from probably 1, 2, 3, and you keep building up. But as long as you keep progressing and being consistent, because I know I've mentioned that a lot, being consistent, that's the key. Because if you're not consistent, you will not see the results you want to see. So you have to keep pushing and keep being consistent, and you will end up having a six-pack. I mean, it's easy to get it, but you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you wish, or what do you put in more energy into, and what do you wish you focused on when you started out?
I would say I have put so much energy and focus on food and nutrition. Why? Because I know that's like the big thing when it comes to fitness. Because you might put so much energy in a workout, but you're not really looking at the food you're eating. Because if you're not looking at the food you're eating, you're working out, you'll never see the results. That's the truth.
So, who are some of your mentors in this industry?
That's a good question. I would say I don't have a mentor, I have people I learn from when it comes to like different workouts, different health and nutrition. I would say I am my own mentor
Yeah.
because I don't want to have that pressure that I have to look like her or I have to look like him. I want to look like my own self, and that's why I would say I don't want to put too much pressure in myself because at the end of the day, you want to look like your mentor, right? So I'd rather just look like myself and just have my own goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you mean. So, what does your daily routine look like as a certified fitness nutritionist? Uh, with your clients and everything.
I mean, being a certified health and nutrition and an upcoming personal trainer, it's work. You have to put in work. Because remember, you're not just doing it for yourself; you're doing it to help someone. So I'm thinking in a sense that I'm gonna help this person get to where he or she wants to get, and I'm gonna have this person make a meal plan or prepare a meal plan that they will enjoy and make it a lifestyle, not just
Yeah.
like a 1 month period and then they go back to their normal health eating lifestyle, right? So I would pretty much like have like a whole meal plan set for my clients, and I won't really pressure them to follow the whole entire meal plan. I will tell them what you need to do. You need to start from your weakness.
Yeah.
I will tell them you have to make sure that you know your weakness and you know your strength when it comes to food. Get rid of your weakness, and then after that, come to me and I'll write a whole meal plan for you. And I feel like that has helped my clients get to know their body and get to know what kind of food they'll eat and enjoy, which is healthy.
What sort of barriers have you experienced with being in an industry that's not, straightforward? It's not as conventional, and
That's actually a very, very wide question, but I'm gonna make it short and sweet and straightforward. I mean, remember we work. I mean, in Canada, I would say we work in an environment where we have potluck, we have different events, we have meetings, and in that sense, we don't get. I don't get to eat the food that I want to eat. I eat the food that they want to eat, right? And that's why I would say, I feel like I'm myself when I'm working in a fitness industry,
oh wow,
like a Good Life Fitness where I'm working at, and because you have people around you that you relate with when it comes to food. We all relate. What you're having for lunch, what you're having for dinner, what did you have for breakfast, and it's so much better because you get so much ideas from them,
yeah,
and I use that one, and at least you get to have, okay, you had that for lunch, I'm gonna have that for dinner. So
Right.
that way it's better because I'm pretty much around people who are into fitness, and I would say I love enjoy working in a fitness industry than working in any other environment. Yeah.
I see. So, what sort of advice would you give to people who, they're contemplating, they want to get into this, but they're just not sure, they don't have the networks like you do? What kind of advice would you give?
The best advice I can give is reach out to me, reach out to people that have been there, they've done it, they've experienced it, right? Before you just do it because you feel like you wanna, for example, you wanna look good for your wedding, you wanna look good for your birthday. Don't just do it for that. Do it because you wanna make it a long-term lifestyle.
Yeah.
And always get tools from people who have been there and get advice. You can choose to pick up the advice from them, but it helps because you're not just rushing. They will never rush you into something because they've been there, they've done it, and they wouldn't want you to be in the same situation. And that's why it's good to get advice from people that they've been there, and it will help you in the long run.
Yeah.
And just take it easy, take it slow, and don't have too much pressure because social media wants you to look like this, to look like that. To,
Yeah.
just do it for you. Because every image, every body, it's sexy and nice in their own different way. So yeah.
So you can always check Donna out. It's Donna_Tilla_fitness, and she has more material that would be helpful for you guys. And also, thank you again for joining us. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. And remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. And like I said, please go and check us out on Instagram. That's @MbinuTV. Send us a DM if you'd like to be featured with us on Mbinu TV. We would love to collaborate and interact with you more. Thank you and bye.
In the field, and I'm ready to kind of like.
Oh, good. It's okay.
Okay, rewind. Me, they can never put me being an actor, because actress, I'll be the worst. I'll be fired right away. I can't lie. Okay, ready, set, go.
It's okay.
God, help me before I start to use a washer. My mouth went blank.
It's okay. Think about the question. You know, breakfast, dinner, that sort of thing. Just to break.
Can I go use the washroom? I need
Cool,
to pee.
yeah.
Thank you so much for having me today. It's a pleasure and an honor to be in your show today. And I was gonna say my name. I was gonna say my name.